Hello, everyone. This is the More is Less podcast show, where you get more news in less time. And I am Todd Moore, your host, and
Tyler Moore.
He is our co-host. And today we're going to have a lot of exciting news talking about stuff that we enjoy and we are interested in. Right, Tyler?
Yep.
So, as we do every week, we're going to start off with the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I know most of you say, who gives a f? But I give a f because I have stock in it, and it's my retirement. So, today, we did really good during most of the day, but then we fucking dropped quite a bit, but we still ended up 10 points ahead for the day. But we were up almost 300-400 points early off in the day.
Do you think because it's California?
It is the California, it's the COVID virus scare, and Tesla's stock. Tesla lost a little bit on their stocks, so that also dropped some of the
California and Florida, because Florida should be another country of itself. Because how it's like another Australia.
Florida is?
Yes.
Okay. In what way?
Animals that kill you.
Animals that kill you.
And while I'm talking about animals, I'm talking about the people.
Right.
Because I saw one guy in Florida. He was walking to the store just to get milk. He was living in Florida. He has walked outside, going to get milk in a hurricane.
Well, he must like milk. That's all I got to say about that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some people
are weird.
Need their fucking milk, I reckon.
People are weird.
I reckon. All right. By the way, we didn't say this early on, but what is the date today? Today's Monday. July
13th.
2020. And these are your headlines. So the other thing that happened today, unfortunately, was 21 people were injured after a fire and explosion broke out on the USS Bonhomme Richard at the naval base in San Diego. They're still trying to figure out what the cause was, and they're not letting us know just yet. But if you look at some of the images, it looks pretty intense. There's a lot of smoke, and there definitely was a pretty big fire. It's probably in the ammunition room or something based on looking at that. Although
explosive, it probably wasn't ammunition. Wait, is it?
I don't know. Now that I look at that, probably not, because it's still floating very well and it's not tilting or anything like that. Right?
It's a aircraft carrier.
It is.
So
maybe something blew up on the top.
Blew up.
Yeah. It was reported on the ship shortly before 9 p.m.
A.M. P.M.
A.m. Did I say p.m.?
No, you just said 9 o'clock.
9 a.m. in the morning. Right. So they're still figuring it out, and God, hopefully all of our men and women sailors are fine. Hopefully no one's passed, Speaking of Army, Air Force, Marines, Navy, let's talk about a little Navy. So Navy has made history today, and Madeline Sweigel makes history as the U.S. Navy's first black female pilot. And it's goddamn about time. Should have happened a lot sooner than that, in my opinion. But, she did it, man. She got it done. God bless her. It comes more than 4 decades after women first received their wings in the Navy, which is 40 years. Isn't that crazy? That's terrible.
Was that during World War II?
Yeah, the first woman commanded Operation... the first woman to command an operational naval aviation squadron earned her wings in 1974. So that tells you a lot. So...
1974. So that's during the Cold War, or during the Cold War.
And Brenda Robinson, who carried her wings in 1980, became the first African-American female graduate from the Navy's Aviation Officer Candidate School. She did not fly, though, so...
Probably because she was...
that was probably not her career.
There has to be a reason.
Well, probably not her career path, Probably not. That's what I would say. So we're going to do a little bit shorter global news tonight. I think that there's enough corona bullshit going on that we're probably tired of hearing about it, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So we're just going to try to, and there's a lot of it. So we're going to try to get on to shit that isn't important at all, just to take us away from the bullshit, if you know what I'm saying. So let's go ahead, and we'll go ahead and move on to entertainment news. I've started a new segment called Entertainment News. I only do one
once in a while, but
once in a while, and whatever I think is entertainment worthy, we go ahead and do that, you know. And one thing that's entertainment is Disney World reopens after mixed reactions as fans give parks welcome back videos a horror treatment. If you look at the pictures, they are crowded, and they're supposed to be doing 6 foot distancing. So the video on the left is the one that Disney put out, showing everyone all keeping their distance in space. The video on the right, or the picture on the right, that's what's happening.
that's
you know that's what's gonna happen,
because Disney World is like one of the biggest places you want to go for. Yeah, obviously it's gonna get packed.
Right.
No one's gonna follow the rules.
No.
We're all Americans. We don't follow rules except for the government rule.
Exactly. So I bet you that Disney will probably be shutting back down after looking at these pictures.
Yeah. You know why? Because Florida
has what?
The most cases right now.
Most cases. Yep, they're really booming. Florida, Texas, and California are really doing a good job right now. So let's move on to tech and science news. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Tech and science news with Tyler Moore.
It's yours. I told you.
Okay, I guess it's me. Well, you know, I'm an Elon Musk fanboy to some degree.
I am also.
Well, Tesla's Model Y gets a $3,000 price cut, everybody.
Why?
It's now priced just below $50,000, and that's the SUV, all-wheel drive.
SUV?
Yep. It now costs $49.99. Just started shipping in March, and it's been selling pretty good. So if you're in the market for a Tesla and you have a family, go check out that Model Y. I'd like to have a Tesla. Not that one, but I'd like to have a Tesla. But
I don't want a Tesla.
The problem I have is I don't make enough money at my job.
I don't want a Tesla. I don't like electric cars.
I'd like to try it and see if I like it. I don't know. I've never got to ride in one. Have you?
No, but the reason why I don't want to have an electric car because I like to hear the engine.
The roar of the open engine. Cool. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I can't argue with that.
Oh, shit.
Everyone's got their shit. Also in tech and science news, we're going to talk a little bit of Apple.
Oh, God.
Even though I'm not an Apple fanboy, I don't own anything. Well, I don't own anything. I have an Apple MacBook right here, but MacBook Air, but so I can't say I don't own anything. That's being fucking hypocritical as fuck. I run Windows on it.
You run Windows on an Apple.
Yeah, we're in Windows and Mac both. I dual boot this. But anyway, Apple's now warning their customers not to close their lids on their laptops like mine with a camera cover attached. So it's been very popular. You can go on Amazon and buy these little camera covers that you put over the camera with the little slide to cover it up in case someone's spying on you.
Why?
Well, the problem is when you close it down, it can cause the glass to break and crack and cause other problems.
But you're just doing this. How's it gonna crack?
Because this is glass up here at the top, even though you don't know it. And you're setting it down here and putting pressure on it, like a bump right there, because it sticks out.
I thought you were like gently setting it down, like not slamming it.
Well, there's been enough people. Well, the problem is you gently set it down, then you put it in your book bag and you.
Oh,
right.
There we go.
There you go. Now you with me?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Also, in tech and science news, let's talk about SpaceX once again.
Elon Musk.
I know, but this thing, they've delayed their launch of their latest batch of Starlink satellites.
Probably because of weather.
It was weather, and they're wanting to run a few more tests before they start. They said so. They'll be launching again, maybe, and we'll see if it happens. And if it does, then they'll let us know, basically. We'll have to find out. But weather has caused their problems, but they will be launching. So they're launching a bunch of Starlink satellites. They're going to try to launch about 12,000 of those when it's all said and done. Isn't that crazy? I don't know if that's good or bad, to be honest. They launch them in batches of 60, so that means they're going to be doing it for a fucking million years, I guess.
Damn.
I don't know.
Was it supposed to give people around the world internet? Those things?
It is, yeah.
Well, Elon Musk is trying to do something.
He is. So that's why I talk about it. We'll see. Hopefully it'll do something positive for the world. We sure know that we fucking need to have that. Okay. That's it for tech and science news tonight. Now, we're going to move to the next segment, which is brought to you by Frank's Furters. If you're Frank, we have the furter for you at Frank's Furters. Gaming news. That's correct. We're not. I moved on.
You're not gonna
I
talk
took
about
executive order, and we're going to skip that. Unless you want to do it. You want to do it?
No.
We're going to skip
really
that one.
Important.
That's what I thought too. Let's just move on to the next segment, and that is gaming news. I have one thing, but I'm going to let Tyler do a little bit of talking. In fact, and if he wants to do this one too, he can. And I'm going to have a few drinks of my lemonade. Go ahead, Tyler.
In a can.
Yeah, get close. There you go.
So, anyways,
Beautiful.
everyone's in the gaming news. Everyone's hyped after Half-Life Alexa came out, and everyone's wondering if
Alexa.
Alex,
Okay.
Alex,
That's better because
that
Alexa.
VR game.
I'd be like, Alexa, where's Half-Life at? Alexa's the Amazon.
Yeah, I know.
So it's Alex? Is that what they're calling it?
It was a VR game, Half-Life Alex.
All right. Go ahead now.
It was highly successful, and everyone's wondering what happened to Half-Life 3 and Left 4 Dead 3, because those were the two hype games from Valve. Well, apparently a bunch of games after Half-Life 2 came out. What are you doing?
I'm looking at the people watching us. Hi.
No.
Go ahead. After.
So anyways, after Half-Life 2 was released, there was a bunch of Half-Life and Left 4 Dead games being developed, but all of them got canceled because of source code wasn't valid enough for the game to be public.
So what happened was the game engine that they tried to that they wanted to use wasn't quite up to speed for what they wanted, so it wouldn't provide the level of gameplay that they'd like to have.
So that's
they
how a
scrapped
bunch
it.
of cancellations.
Right. Hope you guys could hear me on that. I'm way the fuck over here. You want me to repeat that?
No, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Ubisoft Forward got released yesterday. Or was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Which revealed a bunch of games, some gameplay of Watch Dogs Legion, which was pretty good game. I would buy it.
Yeah, it actually looked pretty good. Very open.
It's an open world game.
Yeah, very open world.
There is no main protagonist.
It's kind of interesting where you can, as you're walking around, you can pick and choose who you want to be in your gang or crew.
The Resistance.
In the Resistance, and everyone has different skill sets, you know, and one may be brutal and strong, but that he may not work or she may not work in that instance.
Or the other is a very old lady.
Right. You
which
know,
is probably gonna be a fan favorite.
there's all kinds. There's people that hack into shit. There's people that do drones. There's your old slash and run and shoot. What's that old lady do? She like stabs you with fucking
a taser.
Taser kills you. So it looks pretty cool. What else is going on?
Also in the Ubisoft Forward, Assassin's Creed Valhalla got released too.
Yes. Valhalla, take me to Valhalla.
It's basically half Assassin's Creed is gonna take it over a perspective of the Vikings. Apparently, they weren't like rapid, bloodthirsty barbarians. They were apparently they were farmers looking for new land during the.
Well, what they would do is they would conquer people's lands and get the resources they needed to build their own settlement in that place.
Yeah. So they're not barbarians. They're just farmers.
Basically, they're more historic. The game is more historically accurate to what the actual Vikings did.
Assassin's Creed is always on the historic idea.
Yeah. It
Always
makes sense.
Yeah. Also in the Ubisoft release, Ubisoft Forward, Far Cry 6 was released.
Wow, the graphics on that, right?
Yeah, I love the Far Cry series, and I was really worried that because Far Cry 5 was, I didn't like Far Cry 5. It was pretty bad. But I played it.
Did it make you cry far away?
That's not what Far Cry means.
I know, but if you reverse it. All right.
So apparently Far Cry 6 is going to be in Cuba. Going to be placed in Cuba. That'll be a little bit awkward because I thought they will be in South America.
Well, the good part is, let's say you don't want to go to the communist nation of Cuba. At least if you play the game, it'll be like going there without having to get shot. It's true.
The antagonist is a dictator.
Yeah, but the streets and all that in Cuba will be probably accurate, right?
I don't know.
They usually make them accurate. Anyway, that'll be interesting to see. You gonna play that game?
Yes, I am. Because I love the Far Cry series.
How much are those games costing?
$60.
So far they're still at the $60. They're at the $60 mark now instead of $50, huh? They're all gonna bump it up.
It's always been $60.
There was is it moving to 80? There was one of them was bumping up. There's a 70 maybe. It just keeps going.
So
crazy.
Anyways, this is a big thing. Sony buys minor Epic stakes.
Buys stakes in the company Epic, which is stock basically. And how much stock did they get?
Was it 1.8?
About 1.8%, I believe, which isn't a lot, you'd say, but it does allow them to have some say so in the direction of it and get some profit margin from it.
Yeah. And the other one, that's all I have this week, but oh wait, I think I have it. Yeah. You want to talk about this next one?
I sure can, if you'd like me to. So all you old timers out there, I'm talking old school gamers, if you kept some of your old games and never played them, you could be making some six-figure money. Looks like a sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers sold for $114,000 at an auction. $114,000. It's a classic 1985 Nintendo game.
How can you play it?
You cannot. You will not, because it's in its original packaging and sealed. And that is something you frame and you put up, you don't play. It's a work of art, and it's something you won't see. And Super Mario Brothers This game changed and saved gaming. Not even changed it, saved it. Because the Atari came out, and those that had money could afford it did, but after that, it dropped. Gaming dropped. And then Nintendo came out, Sega came out, Nintendo came out.
Nintendo pretty much saved the gaming.
With Mario Brothers, saved it. Because no one had ever had 2D scrolling like that where, go to a different world and shit.
Yeah.
And it was pretty, I mean, you could do that like on a super big arcade game, like at your arcade. Believe it or not, they used to have big arcade rooms basically where there were all these arcades. But anyway, you never could go home and do it on your TV. So this fucking was like, it was game changing. It really was. So whoever sold it made some cash, 6 figures. God bless him. Makes me want to keep some of the shit I got. Like, for example, I still have something that is no longer valuable. Well, I don't know if it's valuable, but no longer used, and it's an HD DVD player. That may be worth money one of these days because it competed against the Blu-ray player to be the next. So first of all, you had DVD, which was good quality, about 720, and then they went to high def, which is 1080p, and they had competing types, Blu-ray and HD DVD, kind of like the Beta and VHS war. Unfortunately, HD DVD, even though it was better quality, just like Betamax, it lost out.
Because Blu-ray was better.
Was more adopted. Sony owns Blu-ray. They had clout to push
they lost
JVC owned HD DVD.
They lost automatically because Sony is a big company.
Sony, right. So, but I figure the hipsters will want it here, another 10, 15 more years, and I might be able to make some cash off it. I got games still in their package. Or not games, movies. I got movies, HD DVD movies, still in the original fucking package with the DVD player. So yeah, I hear you. I'm just waiting. Can't wait. So, if you guys, even if you're getting something now, I would recommend just holding on to it. Pack it up. Keep it so it don't get messed up. And in 25, 30 years, you don't know what people are going to want,
Yeah, that's
true.
That's
for sure. All right, that's all I got for gaming. How about you, Tyler?
That's all for gaming.
All right. What comes next?
Sports news.
You got an intro?
We don't need intro.
We don't.
I never wanted the intros. So it says we're on to sports news.
All right. How about this? It's sports with Tyler Moore. See? That's not
No, I don't like it.
What would you like? Would you like it more, not quite as rough? Like,
just normal.
It's sports.
No.
With Tyler Moore.
Just normal.
It's sports with Tyler Moore?
Without the Tyler Moore.
It's sports.
It's like saying we're on to sports next.
We're on to sports next.
You don't have to.
With Tyler Moore.
Whatever. Anyways, let's talk about the UFC fight.
Okay. That's all you want to talk about?
We're done with the basketball tournament.
You don't even want to talk about House of Pain losing? Come on now.
I don't care.
Come on now.
No, we're not talking about it.
Okay. House of Pain lost. They ain't going to win it. The basketball tournament. TBT.
Let's go on to the UFC fight.
UFC was kicked the fucking ass this weekend, Saturday night. UFC 251.
I heard
on Fight Island.
I heard a lot of people say that the last fight was boring.
That's because they don't understand MMA fighting.
Probably.
It was not boring. You had two people that are at the top of their game that are so good that neither one could take advantage of the other person. But nevertheless,
that co-main event that Holloway lost, that was bullshit.
Yeah, that was.
That was complete bullshit. Holloway should have won that fight. He should have won
that one. It was back and forth. Well, Holloway was dropped on, once though from a punch. He went down to the ground.
No, that was that other guy.
They both did.
Whatever.
It don't matter. That's why you can't leave it to the judges. Because when you leave it to the judges, it can be either way. Now, Usman, I think he actually... that was a close fight with Masvidal. And I'm gonna tell you what, give props to Masvidal because he come in at last minute and he come to fight. He didn't come just to make that cash. He come to fucking take it. And he's a warrior. He's tough. So God bless him. He did great. But I think Kamaru Usman still was the more aggressive and dominant fighter, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I would say so. And he's the champion. So you have to take it from the champion.
I want to see Conor McGregor fight again. I want to get a fucking belt this time.
I don't know. I was listening to Joe Rogan today, and he ain't too high. He wasn't too high on Conor McGregor coming back and shit, but he's fucking making fun of him and shit.
He's got
Rogan
to come back hard.
It was during the fight. Actually, wasn't today. It was Saturday night. But yeah, I mean, Peter Yan beat Jose Aldo. That was a good fight too.
That third title match.
Yeah, the bantamweight title bout.
Yeah.
And then we had a really nice women's strawweight fight, and that was Amanda Ribas against Paige Van Sant. And the thing about Amanda Ribas that a lot of people don't realize, she's from Brazil. Her daddy teaches MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, judo. So she was born and bred into fighting
UFC.
MMA.
Yeah.
So anything you think you're going to try to pull on her, Dad's already showed her. And she probably fucking hanging out with all the boys that he's training and all the men he's training and fucking...
Do you think the daughter has beaten some of the guys up?
I bet she has. She looked really... Don't you think she looked pretty good?
Yeah.
She submitted her in the first round. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
That was that freaky submission look that she did.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes and 21 seconds in the first round. It's
going to be a game changer when Joe Rogan is going to change up the entire UFC to make men and women fight.
Well, Joe can't do that, but it'd be cool to see. It has to be Dana White and the owners of UFC.
Yeah, Dana White and the owners. If they put the men and women together and fighting, that's gonna be fucking weird as shit.
I don't think they will though, because
you have to separate them because
I
think is it like women are a little bit more sensitive than the guys are, or are they?
Well, the problem is guys can punch harder. And no offense, but women are probably end up with a lot of broken jaws and shit in the same class because men have more muscles. Not all of them. I'm saying all of them, but I'm just saying.
There's some freaky women with massive muscles.
I mean, you take Amanda Nunes, she's gonna beat fucking 95, 98% of the fucking
Amanda Nunes can kill anybody.
That's right. So I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying statistically, though.
They probably are gonna separate them.
Yeah, I mean,
unless
who's you gonna get against a heavyweight contender on male? This is a female.
Nunes.
Not heavyweight. They go by weight class. She's not.
I don't think there
heavyweight.
is a heavyweight for females.
That's my point. So there'll be a lot of them that won't even be able to fight. But I think a lot of women could fucking do it, like Amanda Nunes. I think, they could beat a lot of the fucking men.
Can't find anyone. Then
the bigger question is, if you're a man, do you want to fight them and get your ass whooped on public television or in the world?
Equal rights.
Damn right. Hey.
It'll be funny.
Anyone can get beat.
Anyone can beat. Man, I can't fight. All these women suck. Let me fight a real guy.
Yeah. Yep.
That'd be funny as hell.
Yep. All right. Well, let's go ahead and
end it here.
I guess we'll get done with this, unless you got a little bit more to talk about tonight.
All right. I don't really.
I think we might make a little bit quicker than 50 minutes tonight. I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
Probably is quicker than 50 minutes. Probably 30 minutes.
Thank you, Mom, for watching. I don't know who else does. Tell your friends, guys, please. We'll do the animation here, okay? It's going to be below. Ready? Please. This way, I think it goes this way. Like. Subscribe. Click the bell. Tell a friend. Post a comment. We'd love to hear that. We'll talk to you about shit. Tell us what you want to hear, what you want us to discuss or cover. That'd be awesome, right?
Sure.
Right.
I won't be talking about WWE. I'll leave that to someone else. that ever happened.
You just post the comments and we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll have to talk about it. I will. Anyway, I don't know. WWE, I may not either. I'm not a big fan. It's okay. Anyway, so this is Todd Moore and
Tyler Moore.
And this is the More is Less podcast show where you get more news in
less time.
And we will see you on the next episode of the More is Less podcast show. Bye-bye.